I've had the Titleist TS3 driver in my bag for the last 3 months. This is pretty much going to be one of the most long-term reviews I've ever done. Let's do it, and let's do it now. So what is it like playing golf with the Titleist TS3 driver? Hi everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time watching my content, make sure you consider hitting that subscribe button. My goal is to bring you daily golf related content that helps you raise your game, lower that handicap, and basically just improve your overall enjoyment of golf. If you do like my videos and you want to connect, feel free to check out my new website, www.jamesrobinsongolf.com. And if you want me to help you personally with your golf, I have a series of online lessons on there too. Now let's get back to this video on a long-term review of the Titleist TS3 driver. So like I said right at the start of the video, I've been using the Titleist TS3 for 3 months now, and I've hit good shots with it, like this, and I've hit bad shots with it, like this. So just how forgiving is the Titleist TS3? How far does it go? Is it the longest driver I've ever used? Is it the best looking driver I've ever used? And what about the sound? How does it sound? And you might notice that in my bag today, I don't just have the Titleist TS3 driver. I also have the Taylormade M3 driver. These things have been at lockerheads all year to try and get in my golf bag, and they're both superb. I guess the first point I need to tell you guys is I really like the Titleist TS3. But do I love it? Because you see, a driver's more about liking something, it's more about just having it in the bag because it works. I mean, to me, it is definitely 100%. It is 100% the best driver Titleist have produced for years and years and years. Probably since they released the 910 range. How good were they? Probably about as good as this pitch mark. I know, right? You see, for me, I loved the 910 driver. I had it in the bag for years and years and years. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. It seemed like the longest driver out there at the time. So is it the same with the TS3? Let's hit one with it, shall we?
Yeah.
And you see, this video isn't to put the M3 against the TS3, because I've already done that. But it's to say that if I truly loved the TS3, like I did the 910 D3, I think that was the one, I wouldn't keep getting this M3 out. I wouldn't keep trying the Callaways and the Mizunos and the Ping G400. How good is that driver, by the way? And I don't know if it's because there's so many good options out there now. Drivers just seem to all be very good. I remember there was a time where I think one driver pretty much took the market for 1 year, and then another brand's driver would take the market for the following year. But that's not the case anymore. Far from it. All the drivers are really good. And don't get me wrong, definitely 100% the technology in the TS3 is fantastic. The ball speeds on off-centre hits are just ridiculous, and whenever I do miss-hit it, it definitely still seems to be up there where I would want it. But when it comes out the middle, do you get that warm, fuzzy feeling? Just going off topic for a second, look at this day. We do have a sunny December day here in Huddersfield. Woo! So back on topic now, and look where those two drives have finished. Now, when I had the idea to do a more longer term review of a golf club like I'm doing now with the TS3, I made sure in my head, I was like, whatever you do, don't turn it into a comparison. Do not turn it into a comparison. Don't turn it into a comparison. And that warm fuzzy feeling I spoke to you about earlier. I guess only proper golf nerds will understand what I mean by that. When you absolutely crunch a drive, you smash it. Boom! That kind of drive. You need that feeling. It needs to feel special. The M3 feels special. It's not a comparison. Ah! And generally, it goes a decent distance as well. A bit like that putt that went a decent distance. Never in doubt, was it? And you see, it's no secret anymore that there's a ton of new drivers coming to the market in 2019. And one of the big points that I'm going to hit in this review is if I absolutely loved the TS3, I wouldn't be as excited for these new clubs coming out, would I? You see, I know a lot of people are a little bit upset by the new drivers coming out in 2019. Callaway, Taylormade, apparently even Ping might have something coming out. Oh, I just found a pink tee. But you see, I'm buzzing for the new clubs to come out, and I don't know if it's because since I've been doing reviews, I've really got more into the technology side of things, and I've almost become a bit of a... Oh, go in. Be good. Go in. That's why we play golf. That shot has made my day. Anyway, what was I saying? I've almost become a bit of a tinker man with clubs and things. You'll probably know this. You might have even commented on some of my videos in the past about what clubs I'm using. The Irons JPX 919 Tours, love them. They're going nowhere, and I do plan on doing long-term reviews on all the clubs in my bag. So if you want to see that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Because I think it's okay watching a review from someone like myself who's used a club for, what, half an hour, and then compare it against another market leading club, and that's brilliant, and we can get through to you maybe what we need to get through to you. But when we've had something in the bag for such a long time, played golf with it, done course vlogs with it, compared it against loads of different things, I think we owe it to you to tell you how we feel about them. And this isn't me telling you that the TS3 is a bad driver because I've had it in the bag for 3 months on merit, not because someone's told me to have it in the bag. That'll never happen. Look at this shot. Oh yeah. Even a bit of stoppage with the 6-iron too. So yeah, anyway, back to this warm fuzzy feeling I was telling you about. Come on James, we can have this. We entered the twos club, playing your golf balls. Oh! How? I guess that's what you get for an early walk, isn't it? Right James, anyway, stop digressing. The warm fuzzy feeling I was telling you about, the sound of the club, it's not quite there, and that's not me saying I'm taking it out of the bag. No way, not yet. Not unless one of next year's drivers can beat this. And I'm well aware that people are going to be watching this video with the idea of buying a TS3 for next season, or buying one for Christmas, or a TS2. So if you're thinking about getting one of those, obviously try everything, but it has to be in there, it has to be amongst the options. I keep saying there's a reason why it's in my bag, and I guess the reason I keep saying that is because I can't really put my finger on the reason. It's not the best looking driver I've ever seen. It's by no means ugly, but it's just not beautiful, is it? It's not the best sounding driver I've ever hit, but it sounds good. And I guess the big point is, for me, I feel like when I absolutely smash one with the M3, I feel like it goes further than the TS3. But then mishits with the M3 are nowhere near, distance-wise, mishits for the TS3. So I guess it comes down to how often do you hit the middle of the club face. That last one there, nowhere near the middle. But I know the distance is going to be there or thereabout. And in the fairway. So guys, that's it from me. That is my 3-month review of the Titleist TS3 driver. Is it a good driver? Yes. Is it a fantastic driver? Yes. Do I like it? Yes. Do I love it? That's a tough one. I'm not sure. But my eyes will definitely be wandering to the new drivers coming out in 2019 to see if one of those can wrestle it out of the bag. Maybe it's one of those. Maybe I won't realise just how good it is until I officially withdraw it from the bag and put something else in there. Guys, I've been James Robinson. I'm here at Huddersfield Golf Club. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, put the thumbs up, and make sure you check out the new website, www.jamesrobinsongolf.com, for all your online lesson needs. Wow, that was a sale pitch, wasn't it? See you soon.